So I wanted to give another example numerically, right? Some additional examples because I was receiving quite a bit of opposition this morning regarding my perspective of the number 7. People are so committed to this idea that 7 is a lucky number. And there is no proof of such things. So in addition to being a numerologist, a spiritual counselor, and a spiritual teacher, I'm also a professional SUD counselor, or substance use disorder counselor, or drug and alcohol counselor, in other words. So I want to use some examples of the levels of care provided by facilities as it relates to substance use disorder and detox, right, and residential care, and correlate them with my number system. I was receiving quite a bit of opposition this morning regarding my perspective of the number 7, as I just discussed. So I want to get into some examples. So when we're talking about 3.2, we're talking about standard detox. I have made many videos alluding to the fact that 32 is the number of negative karma. So think of it this way. You have 3 pulling in a 2, totaling 5. So in other words, you're manifesting, because of the number 3, karmic energy, because the total being 5, as it relates to how you're choosing to relate to the world. So when you're in detox, you're sitting in that negative karmic energy. You're sitting in the results of your manifestations and your choices. Now, higher level of care would be 3.7, right? So this is, you can be detoxing, but there's additional biomedical, additional behavioral, additional cognitive things that need to be taken into account, okay? As it relates to medical necessity, right? You are oftentimes going to be monitored around the clock by an actual physician. It is a higher level of care. Your manifestation is pulling in 7, totaling 10. So what does this mean? It means that you are manifesting a karmic experience imbued with difficulty, disease, darkness, addiction. All of these things are in the realm of 7. But the total of this number is 10, which is the number of a new spiritual cycle, elevation. And last but not least, the residential level of care where I work, right? 3.5. You are manifesting because of the 3, karmic because of the 5, balance because of the total being 8. You are doing the work that's needed to manifest better, to align with better. You are working on you. You are healing you. You are refocusing your energies. So I just wanted to share these examples with you guys. I don't just make these things up. I test them in every situation. Anytime I see a number, I test it because I want to give you something that's perfect. And I'm confident Demetra's number system is just that. It works every time. And yes, people have popularized what I perceive to be incorrect perspectives. And that's okay, right? You don't demonize what you don't agree with. You simply prove why what you believe makes more sense. So that's what I'm trying to do here. So like I said, right, we have 3.2 sitting in that negative manifestation, that negative karmic energy, right? Then we have 3.7, right, which is essentially manifesting opposition, difficulty, right? Negative health circumstances, right? Dark side of karmic matters, the dark consequences of your previous behaviors. But this difficulty is intended to help you gain that awareness and level up because you don't want to repeat this. That's the beauty of difficulty. That is the beauty of difficult situations. The idea is that you will not want to endure it again. So you will choose better. You will do better. And then we have the 3.5, where you are actually taking the time to sit down. Embrace the clarity that you've now found post-detox. Do the work. Do the assignments. Attend the groups. Interact in a healthier manner. make better, more responsible choices, work with staff, work with your peers to better you. And that is essentially 3, manifesting, 5, karmic, totaling 8, balance. Have a good night.